Aloha, this is Suyang Kwan, and this video is based on the article called The Power of Arrays, the Excel tool that performs multiple functions in a single step. This article was written by Paul Goldwater and Timothy Furgarty in March 2007, and this video was recorded by Suyang Kwan and Dustin Hilbrand. Okay, first the array function is a formula designed to act on sets of two or more values in order to calculate other values. So we're gonna learn these functions, how to do this list here with array function in Excel. So here we have employee paycheck spreadsheet, and then we're gonna show you how to use array formula on payroll information to calculate the average pay of each employee and the global average of all the employees. So first you need to do is select the cells that you wanna put the values in. So I'm gonna select average cells right here. Yeah, and then I just wrote the formula down to calculate average, but now what I'm gonna do is press Control Shift Enter, not just Enter. The reason why I did that is because I wanted to put those cells as an array, like it automatically places curly bracket right here, brackets around the formulas. So that means it's leveling it an array formula and triggers the array calculation. So when you want to change this cell like this, it says you cannot change part of an array because this is like set as a group. You cannot change it. And I wanna get the average right here too. So select the cells which you wanna put the value on in and put formula right here. I'm gonna do plus and also here you press Control Shift and Enter. And now I'm gonna show you how to rank the paychecks by size, and I wanna put the values right here. So you select the cells and then type the formula here. I'm gonna put rank, and then it says what you need to type in. I'm gonna put the numbers right here, and reference will be the same. And here you press Control Shift and Enter. So it shows all the ranks of paychecks by size. Okay, now we have new Excel spreadsheet right here, and then it shows the sales quantity sold and then price and sales total. And then I'm gonna show you how to use array function to sum up the totals. And then we already typed in the formulas for calculating the total sales. And here this is the formula we normally use without the array function, but on the bottom cell it shows the brackets right here, so that means we're using array function, and then it allows you to extract all the information from the underlying cells without the usual sum formulas which we used right here. And also I want to show you how to evaluate the formula. let's say when you're a CPA and then you need to explain clients who are not really good at Excel, and then you can go to formulas and then evaluate formulas right here. Oh, sorry, you need to click on the cell first and then go to evaluate formulas, and then it shows what kind of formula you're using, and then evaluate, and then it also gives you the explanation of the cell, and then it also gives you the value. And also RA often needs to import constant including useful information such as date, name, and numbers. So here, for example, we're gonna show you how to include the transaction fee such as sales tax or shipping charge here. And let's say we have 4% sales tax and then 1% shipping fee. Okay, so first you need to go to formulas and then define names. We're gonna name this standard charge. And then here you need to put the specification of the percentage rate. So in this case it's gonna be 4% and 1%. You need to put the bracket, and then 4% and 1%, and then close it and then enter. And we're gonna select these cells and then put the formulas. Select these cells and then equals you choose the total and then multiply, but we're gonna use index here, and it shows RA which we just made. So we're gonna put standard charges right here, and then because we're calculating taxes, we're gonna put 1 right here. And then remember, you need to press Ctrl Shift and enter, and it shows all the formulas right here and then all the values we just calculated. And then shipping charge, the same formula we just used. Sorry, we need to select the cells first and then select the totals, multiply by index, and standard charges, and then shipping charge, it was the second one, so type 2 and then Control Shift enter, and then we have the shipping charges right here and then tax right here.
Okay, we're going to go to our calculate constant complete sheet on our spreadsheet. When you get here, as you can see, the formulas are already entered in due for time's sake. First one is summing based on a condition. What we did is we set in a condition. We would sum it up if the amount was greater than $1,000 and or if it was less than 1,700. So it has to be in between that amount in order for it to sum those amounts up. And so as you can see, it only added in a couple of these amounts. It didn't put in 950 and also didn't put in 1,729. The next formula we did was we summed up the n largest values in a range. Basically, we looked up the top 2 values. So we did sum, we found the largest value, and then after that we went to a specific row. These are our rows, and we went for the first and second one. That's why there's the 1:2. And then the third thing is we computed an average that excluded all the zeros. Basically, this helps avoid any ridiculous outliers in your formula. So we did average, but we did it on the stipulation if within this range, D3 to D7, it was less than or greater than 0, so that excludes the 0, then it will produce the sum or the average within that range. So. Okay, our next part is we're going to check in, counting the numbers of differences in different ranges. First thing we're going to do is we enter in the specific value, so $2. We're checking within this hourly rate range that when people increase their wages, that they only increase it within $2 or less. If it's any more, then it's a discrepancy. And so to find that, we use this. We sum up the amounts within this range minus this range that are greater than I-13. After that, another thing we can do to identify these 6 cells is if we come down here in the amount, we'll look up the amount. So we'll look up large using this cell range to find an E minus this cell range. The row, and so by doing the indirect within a row, that helps us to find the amount. After which we can use an index formula by using this these ranges over here, B3 to B11, and then we'll have it match with whatever was put in already for E3 to E11, M minus the D3 to D11. So whatever matches the amounts on here, these names will pop up to show us those 6 names that are not right. Now for the non-availables that come down here, that's regarding the other 3 that were okay. The next thing is return location, maximum value in a range. So sorry about that. So basically we get this amount, the minimum amount, that if E3 to E11 equals the maximum amount of E3 to E11, to find it within this row, and basically it gives us the maximum amount for this range. Okay, for the last part, fairly really good tool for those of you that are going to try to ever get into forensic accounting. This helps you find out a padded payroll. If, say, there were thousands of names on this list, you'd be able to find names within the ranges that do not have valid values, or basically not a part of the payroll. So the first thing you would do is set up the formula here in J2. Is every employee name on the master employee list. This is the formula we get, so you'd be basically matching whether or not it's true, and if it isn't true, then it would come out false. So it's basically saying there are some names here that are not on the list, which is not good. So then the next thing you do is how many names are of concern. You're basically finding out how many things are wrong here. So, oops, sorry about that. So basically in this formula you find right here, by inserting this sum of this data, that you're going to be able to, you're summing up basically how many of this formula, the false formula, came up, which in this case is 4. Here are the 4. Next thing you're going to do is you're going to find the row where the employees are concerned. In this case, you'll be using this formula, the small formula, which you'll connect it to the row and where the row is located. You'll basically be doing that. So in this case, it says row number 3. There it is. And the employee that's of concern is Goldwater. So, or here's another one, row number 6, Fogarty. Not John Fogarty. Haha. But anyways, so it's just going through and it lets you know which ones are, and the rest are not available. There's no problem with the rest of them. Basically this helps with forensics, and if you had a list of like thousands of employees, this is a really fast way in order to track down where fraudulent activity may be occurring. So, and that is basically how you do all this stuff. Thank you.